Starting off this countdown, we have Snow Saddle. Snow Saddle is a major mountain peak of the Himalayas in Nepal. But if you try to view it from Google Earth, you'll see that the whole area is blacked out, which is obviously suspicious. Why is a mountain peak blurred? What's going on there that has Google blurring it? To this day, no one knows for sure. But of course, there are a number of theories. One theory is that the had secret expeditions to the Himalayas and found a UFO base in that area. Sounds crazy, right? Well, there have been a number of UFO sightings in that area, so maybe it is a top secret UFO base. Who knows? We don't know. Moving on to number 9, we have Baker Lake. Located in Nunavut, Canada, Google Earth is letting you see none of it. Get it? Like none of it? Sorry, I love my puns. So if you look it up on Google Maps, it's weird because you see just a black strip covering a large area near the lake. What's it blocking? Again, we don't know for sure, but we have some crazy conspiracies. One theory is that the strip is concealing extraterrestrial beacons that help the navigation of the crafts, or that it's a craft landing strip. I don't know. They also say that this area would be perfect for the beacons since snow creates a powerful electromagnetic field that helps send a better signal. What do you think though? Let me know in the comments below. In our 8th spot, we have the Pacific Northwest Blur. Here is a view of the area close to the Washington-Oregon border. And would you look at that? There's a random patch blacked out. To this day, no one knows what that is. But something is there that Google doesn't want us to see. In fact, some people believe that it is a HAARP site, or HAARP. HAARP is said to be a military program that weaponizes weather and causes natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, droughts, you get it. Now, some people have actually traveled to that area to see what's up, but unfortunately haven't been able to find anything. Kinda suspicious. Like, what does Google know that we don't know? A whole lot, that's what. In our 7th spot, we have 2207 Seymour Avenue. This is the address to a home located in Cleveland, Ohio. A home in which a horrific crime took place. A crime that people don't like to talk about. From 2002 to 2004, Adriel Castro kidnapped 3 young women, Michelle Knight, Amanda Berry, and Georgina De Jesus. He kept them captive in his home until 2013 when Amanda Berry escaped with her daughter and contacted the police. Police came to his house and rescued the other women. This house has since been blurred on Google Maps due to the horrific crimes that took place inside. In fact, it was given the name the House of Horrors. But in 2013, it was actually demolished to help the victims move on from their traumatizing past. In our 6th spot, we have Valencia City. Located in the Philippines, Valencia City is one of the largest and most populated cities in the province of Bukidnon. It's home to over 190,000 people. It's even a popular tourist spot. But if you want to find it on Google Earth, you can't. The whole city is just blurred out. This was apparently done under government orders. Valencia City is home to their government's headquarters. It's said to house a top secret missile defense program. Others say that they do missile testing there, but that hasn't been proven, so we really don't know. It's just weird that the whole city is blurred out, not just a single area. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Amchitka Island. Located in Alaska, sections of this island are blurred out and no one really knows why this is. But it may have to do with the nuclear testing that once took place there. From the 1950s to the 1970s, this island was the site of US underground nuclear testing. Nowadays, they are running tests to see if the island has any radioactive leakage there. If there isn't, then in 2025 it could become a wildlife reserve. But again, why is half of the island blurred out? Maybe that's the section where the nuclear testing took place. But why is it still blurred? A lot of people think that the military is doing some suspicious illegal activities there. We just don't know what. Moving on, at number 4 we have Vokel Air Base. Located in the Netherlands, we have the Vokel Air Base, which is a military air base used by the Royal Netherlands Air Force. According to former Dutch Prime Minister, there are 22 US nuclear bombs being stored in bunkers of this airspace, which is one of the many reasons as to why it appears pixelated on Google Earth. Earth. You got thermonuclear bombs, all the way to bombs that are said to be 4 times powerful as the ones used on the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, for the longest time, the place was just rumored to have nukes. It wasn't known for sure. That was until 2013 when the Prime Minister let it slip. He said, and I quote, "I would never have thought those silly things would still be there in 2013. I think they are an absolutely pointless part of a tradition in military thinking." In our third spot, we have the mysterious Russian site. Located in the Siberian tundra close to the city of Egvikinot. I know I said that wrong. I literally looked at the pronunciation, but there is nothing out there, so I apologize. Egvikno, I'm so sorry. Anyways, the area is blurred out on Google Earth and no one knows why. I've been saying that a lot this video, but it's true, no one knows why. But it didn't always appear like this. At one point they had edited the satellite imagery. They cut out a section around Egvinot, that place I don't know how to say, and pasted it over whatever they wanted to blur. They thought it would make it less obvious. But apparently on Russian maps they had the area blurred with a black box. So what's going on in that area? Some say it's HARP again, others say there's a large gold deposit in that area, so they don't want people finding that out. Others say it's a ballistic missile testing site. Coming in at number 2, we have the murder scene. Google Earth is a snitch, y'all, okay? A couple of years ago, they caught a murder on camera. It shows a dark figure standing by a body laying down on the ground by some abandoned train tracks. That's all we know. Obviously, due to it being disturbing in nature, they don't want people seeing it. And in our number 1 spot today, we have the poor donkey. Now, this has to be one of the funniest, yet saddest things caught on Google Earth/maps. So you know how they have that van with the camera that drives along and it just snaps photos like every second in every direction? Well, while going along, it captured a donkey at the side of the road. Seconds later, if you click down the road and you turn back, the donkey's still there, just now laying on the floor. It had been hit by the Google Earth truck. It's pretty sad. Rest in peace, donkey. But that doesn't look too good on the company if they're going around and hitting and killing animals. Just saying.
At number 9. Take a look at this strange, formation of smoke that appeared over a small town in Italy. No one knows what exactly this thing was or how it even got there. But I have a few theories. I think either the smoke monster is the smoke monster from, Lost. Or we could have a new SCP to worry about. Maybe this is one big government conspiracy that they're trying to cover up, but the smoke doesn't normally do that. How can all these tiny molecules go in such a strange pattern? Should we all be concerned with this one? The answer is yes, we should be. Number 7, we have the Village of Dead Dolls. The village of Nagaro in Japan creates life-size dolls that are built as a way to pay respects to someone who has died. They place these creepy dolls all over the town where people might have died. Today, there are hundreds of these scarecrows spread all around the village. And there's just something really creepy about that. These life-size dolls actually outnumber the human residents of the village, 10 to 1. In a way, I think it's a pretty cool art project, and it's a nice way to remember those people who have passed. But another side of me is thinking that this is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen or ever heard of, and I don't actually have a desire to visit this village. A UFO lands itself at number 6 on this list. Even though the Area 51 raid was unsuccessful, we still might have proof that aliens exist. I'm gonna take a look at this picture right here. This was captured on Google Earth camera, and it looks like we have a white pickup truck parked next to an alien UFO. Is this real life right now? This picture looks like it was taken in a remote area in the desert, and maybe the people in the truck were sent over to this crash landing site to do some investigating. No one from Google cared to comment on the picture, and everyone is just playing the dumb card. What are they really hiding? Did a UFO escape from Area 51? Well, we may never know the answer to that. I think it's safe to say that we've all stumbled across this picture, sometime in our lives, right? And honestly, it never gets old. I'm starting to believe that this woman isn't human. No one's legs should be able to do that. All over the internet, she's being called flamingo legs. and she's been freaking people out. Apparently Google needs to reinvest in some of their cameras because this picture is nothing more than a glitch with the camera lens. I mean, don't worry, her legs aren't actually like this, I don't think. But you would think that a multi-billion-dollar company would have cameras that don't have glitches at all. But I guess they're trying to still save money where they can, because they want to stay rich.
In at number 10, we have the Boneyard in Arizona. Tucson, Arizona is the final resting place of many old aeroplanes. At the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is the world's largest so-called boneyard for retired planes. It houses some 4,000 in this desert location. While not first discovered by Google Earth, the Google satellite images sparked worldwide interest in this eerie yet fascinating location, which has since become a popular tourist attraction. The base hosts all kinds of interesting aviation models in various states of disarray, including the notorious B-52 bomber. I, for one, really want to go there. This next discovery is a fantastic Google Earth find. In at number 9, we have the Badlands Guardian. Google Earth has revealed many geological anomalies in the past 10 years, and this one in particular is very impressive indeed. Near Medicine Hat in southeastern Canada, Google Earth picked up what looks like a Native American face in profile wearing a First Nations headdress carved into a rock. Ironically, the clear humanoid looks like it's wearing earphones, although what you're seeing is actually a path and oil well. The resemblance is actually quite uncanny. The face seems to have been formed by the erosion of rainwater on layers of rich clay soil. The face has since been dubbed the Badlands Guardian. From a seemingly natural-made phenomenon to a man-made extravaganza, in at number 8 we have the world's largest letters. So what do you do if you're super rich and you want to spend your money on looking super cool? You already have the latest, well, everything, so you kinda need something unique that money can't buy, although actually money can buy you the labor. Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan, sorry if I said that wrong, is an Arab sheikh who didn't stop at buying just his own island. No. He then carved his first name into it so big it could be seen from space. The letters H-A-M-A-D are 1,000 meters high and 2 miles long and have been picked up on Google Earth. The letters extend into the ocean and form their own waterway system, which is pretty cool. Speaking of cool stuff found in the water, we have the discovery of an ancient tidal fish trap right here at number 7. Back in 2009, Google Earth produced a satellite image of a strange V-shaped structure in the water off the coast of Poppet Sands in Wales. Since the image was released, it has been discovered that the structure had been submerged unnoticed for 1,000 years or so and was actually a fish trap during the Norman Conquest. The discovery led to an investigation by the Pembrokeshire College, who were able to discern more about the trap. 1,000 years, seriously. Keeping it nautical, in at number 6, we have the SS Jassim shipwreck. In 2003, a Bolivian cargo ferry hit shallow water off the coast of Sudan and was partially capsized. The wreckage was previously known of, but it was first made visible to the general public via Google Earth, which plainly shows the ship on its side. This is one of several shipwrecks visible on Google Earth, which is slowly but surely making our waters more accessible and solving several mysteries of our vast ocean. Another personal favourite shipwreck you can now see on Google Earth is the S-World Discoverer, which is off the coast of the Solomon Islands. Coming in at number 4, we have 2 thieves identified by Google Maps, which is a part of Google Earth. A 14-year-old boy from the Netherlands was having no luck in identifying 2 teens who stole his bike, wallet, and phone in broad daylight. That was until 6 months later, when he remembered the day his bike was stolen was also the day that he saw a Google car driving around his neighborhood. Lo and behold, as he viewed his local area on Google Street View, he found an image of himself riding his bike with 2 people approaching behind him. After the boy contacted the authorities, Google released the original image to the Dutch police, who found the boys. They turned out to be a pair of twins who were no stranger to crime in the area. Case solved. So coming in at number 3 of our top 10 Google Earth discoveries, we have a secret underground layer from the Church of Scientology. Spotted in the New Mexico desert, Google Earth picked up a symbol, 2 overlapping circles, thought to belong to the Church of Technology, a branch of the Church of Scientology. The symbol, visible only from the air, is near the religion's Trementina base, as well as close to a mile-long landing strip. It is thought that the base leads to underground tunnels, eventually leading to a vault containing the works from church founder L. Ron Hubbard. So we are living in the 21st century. In fact, we're almost a quarter of the way through it, so you would have thought with all the technology available to us that we will have discovered everything we need to know about our planet. Apparently not. Just over 10 years ago, Google Earth helped biologists discover a new rainforest. Not only that, it is thought to be the largest rainforest in southern Africa. The rainforest on Mount Mebu in Mozambique was discovered by Dr. Julian Bayliss. He was browsing Google Earth to look for medium altitude forests as part of a Royal Botanic Gardens Kew project. As he looked, he discovered what looked like an undocumented area of rainforest, which led to research teams exploring further. They soon discovered the forest in the flesh, so to speak, and it is a whopping 7,800 hectares. It also houses some species previously unknown to scientists. Okay, so up next at number 1, we have one of the most important and life-saving Google Earth discoveries ever made, and that has to be the location of many of the Cambodian minefields. Working alongside charity Halo Trust, Google has been able to map out areas with potential mines in Cambodia. With the help of Google Earth Pro, Halo are able to survey dangerous areas more closely, allowing them a clear and deeper view where mines could be.